Good morning, good morning, good morning, and all the good mornings. Oh, I can hear myself. Let's turn that off. How are we all this morning? Oh, hello, Michelle. Right, welcome everybody's to day 2 of our NMX online event. We have got so many cool things happening over the next couple of days. And we cannot wait to bring you a new special every day, live Facebooks throughout the weekend, today and the weekend, and lots of opportunity for you to nab some bargains and also get some free mini classes. So it's a good fun weekend for you guys. All right, this morning, I did a live Facebook at 9 and let you know about our specials. But just to let you know, we have got specials running for today only, being Friday the 7th of February. Stencils are 15% off. They do exclude the Natalie May stencils. Hello, Dee. And Susan and Shirley. Everybody's here. Cool. So 15% off stencils. So we've got Funky Fossil, All and Create, Dina Wakeley, Tim Holtz, Stylusions, Paper Artsy, lots of different brands. We've got 15% off Tim Holtz, so Distress Inks, Distress Oxides. We've got all sorts of goodies from Tim Holtz. 15% off Paper Rose products as well. We're also extending our Natalie May scrapbooking collage papers. There's quite a few, not all of them, but quite a few that are discounted. The Natalie May dies that I used in the online classes yesterday, there's a little discount on those, or a lot of discount. And there's a ton of stuff in clearance and for Christmas stuff as well. So you will find everything over at nataliemay.com.au and here all weekend to get some fantastic live Facebooks, free little mini classes, and lots of inspiration and ideas from our team of brand ambassadors who I'm very, very proud of and who create amazing things with our products. Okay, so today I'm going to create another page in the new Dina Wakeley Ledger Journal. I do love this journal. It's 12 inches by that many inches. I don't have a ruler, but I love it. We have currently sold out and I have a second shipment on order. In our pre-order section on the website, you can go in and pre-order one of these journals and lock in the price. So I used it yesterday to create this art journal page. And I'm going to do another page today. So what I love about this is we have got an actual physical journal here that we are working on. The papers are lined like a journal. They have writing on them like a journal. We have pages that have got like double pages from 1924. So it's an actual accounts ledger and it is amazing. Really do love it. So the paper's a little bit thinner than some of her other journals. However, I really, really like it. So today I'm going to do a double page and I'm going to use this page. I'm going to skip a page and go into here. And I'm going to start with a little gel medium and some Sacrifices collage paper and add a few little strips of collage paper around my project because what I want to do is I've got some Art by Marlene die cuts and I'm going to use those and they are from the new Art by Marlene book, so I'll show you those in a moment. And I'm going to be using gel medium to stick this down. So of course, gel medium is our adhesive of choice. The Dina Wakley gel medium is my absolute go-to. So I make sure that I put it down onto my surface first and then secure over the top. And what I love about our gel medium and our collage paper, this combination, the paper becomes almost transparent so that you can see all the way through and get a really lovely flawless image. And I'm going to put that one down there. So going over the top to seal it as well. I'm not using a ton of gel medium. I'm just kind of wiping it off my brush at the same time. So putting it down on the base, popping it in here. And I'm just going to keep it nice and simple today. I'm not even going to gesso my background. I'm just going to get this collage paper on, and I'm going to use acrylic paint. So as you can see, this collage paper is called Sacrifices, straight black and white, and they are my hand-drawn little crosses that I have put onto my project, put onto my paper, and then created the collage paper out of it. So there we go, done. That looks good. Hi to everyone just tuning in. Right, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the extra off so it doesn't take 45 minutes to dry. It's good to me. All right, acrylic paint. I have got here in front of me a very crooked camera. Or maybe it's a crooked me. What is it? Oh no, that's pretty good. Okay, I've got my paint palette here. I have some acrylic paints in the Natalie May scrapbooking paint holder. You may have seen this. A lot of our girls use this. This super talented Neve Bailey, she uses one. I do believe Claire Steed also uses one. And I'm going to pop a little bit of heather around the place. So heather is a very light, pale, pastel-y purple. And it's kind of just going to put down a little bit of a base for me, and I'm just dry brushing this on, and it's just giving a bit of a lighter sort of base. So if you don't have heather, you could use carnation. In fact, let's use carnation as well. Good morning, Terry. What's that, Kash? Has Terry got his paints out? No, I don't think he has this morning. All right, so I'm going to be working in a bit of a circular motion here, and I'm going to start adding in some colours and doing a bit of a circularly swishy sort of background. I'm just going to smash this out this morning. Is your lovely wife watching my live this morning, Mr. Terry? I bet she is. Next colour I'm going to use is Lemon Zest by Dilutions, and this is a slightly more opaque and thinner paint, but it spreads beautifully. So I'm just putting on a small amount, and now I'm going to start to be a little bit more directional. With my paint. And I'm pretty much just moving around in a circle until there's no paint left on my brush. I'm really after a loose sort of look here today. Loosey-goosey indeed. Let's get in with a bit of magenta next. There we go. And I'm just going to touch that through there. And you can kind of get the gist of what I'm doing here. I'm not putting on a ton of paint. It's not necessary. A little bit at a time. Layering up these colours. And like all of my projects, when I'm creating live, I have a bit of an idea on what I'm going to do, but I really don't know what's going to happen until it's in front of me, which is kind of how today's working. Okay, raspberry. Hey, we got a lot of raspberry. That'll teach me, won't it? Let's take some of that and put that there. Now, at this point, I'm thinking that I should probably be using some stencils and do a little bit of a rub back. Stencils. Stencils are on special today. I'll show you. Let me do this rub back. I'm just going to do some dots, because the double dots is the first one I put my hand on before my paint dries. That's pretty good. And there we go. And so some of this, while that's drying, I'll show you some of the Funky Fossil stencils that I forgot to show you this morning. Because you know, that's how I roll. So Funky Fossil have got a great range of stencils as well. These are 6x6, and this is just a sprinkling of some of the designs that are available at 15% off today. This one I may use this afternoon if there's any left on the shelf by then, but I do love that one. Also love this. I am a sucker for straight lines. Boxes, lines, grids, love that. This is a coral seaweed coral sort of dye. Excellent if you're doing anything with a little bit of a maritime beachy look. How good is that? That is called Sundials, and that is stunning. I really like that. This is an amazing layering one. So this is where you put down green here, a light green and a dark green over the top, or a dark green with a light green. You get a fantastic border of leaves on that one. And then we've got the colour wheel, good old colour wheel, which you cannot go wrong with. So that's just a little sprinkling of some of the stencils that are available with Funky Fossil. They are really, really easy to use. They clean up beautifully if cleaning your stencils is something that you feel you need to do. It's not something I do. But they're really, really nice. All right. And it's just occurred to me, I was going to have this offset. Shit. Buzz. Okay. Well, I'm going to pivot. We're going to pivot. Okay. And now I want to go in with a little bit of orange over the top. Now I'm going to use another Dilutions paint. So this one is called Squeezed Orange. And I'm just going to put it onto my paint palette this time so I don't get caught. And this is going to lighten it up just a little, where it's quite red at the moment, which is what I didn't really want it too red. And with doing the rub back, I'm making sure that my dots are all lined up. So something that's really cool about this journal is we've got lots of straight lines in it. So I'm going to try not to put too many things on angles. It's just going to mess with my head, and nobody needs that. Okay, I've got a little bit of, what colour is this one? Rouge by Dina Wakley. And that's gone a little bit pinker than I like. So a come back in with some more orange over the top, and I might even add a little bit more yellow and then a little white. I'm going to be popping some, I mentioned before, I'm going to be popping some Art by Marlene die cuts over the top of this. I do have some images here that I want to use, and I'm going to be popping a little bit of stamping on as well, mixing this up a bit. So I'm going to try and work with just a few things in front of me. So I've got some white gesso, a dirty paintbrush, and I'm going to come in and put a few little touches of this white over the top, just to lighten it up a little, because it's getting a little dark. Layering this beautiful paint. Oh, look at that. And this is just, as I like to say, building the ugly background. Happy with that. Putting my brush down, putting my brush in the water so that I don't add anything else to it, because that would be my next problem. I'm going to dry this to make sure that I've got it super dry. If I decide to add a little bit more stenciling over the top, I don't want any of this colour to move. So welcome to those of you just tuning in for the first time. I'm Natalie May, and today myself and our fantastic team of designers are bringing you some free mini live Facebook classes. So this morning I'm doing an art journal page. This afternoon, shortly after lunch, you're going to see Kasia in here doing some colouring and showing you some really awesome techniques with Tombos. We sell Tombow markers as single markers as well as in fantastic colour coordinated packs. So Kasia's going to show you some really cool ways of using those with stamps, possibly even art foamies as well, and having a bit of a play. Okay, so next thing I want to do, I want to have a look at some of these die cuts. So the Art by Marlene, I'm just going to put that aside so I can show you through this awesome little book, big book. This is the Paper Elements, Extra Big Elements book. So this is one of her new releases. It's got over 1,000 die cut elements in it. So let's have a bit of a squiz. Let's see what we've got. And I'll show you how easy they are. So we do have some big images here. And that's what I really like. We've got some really big focal point images. We've got flowers, we've got faces, crafty tools, bugs and beetles, big face. And to give you a bit of an idea how easy to pop out they are, you can see I've already popped out a flower here. We've got some quirky images, some fishes, a massive head, I've got some colour wheels, birds. So there's lots and lots of really cool things in here. Mermaid, we've got paint swatches, borders, flowers, etc. Now these are excellent value for money. Can recommend. Very cool. So let me show you what we have already done. There is a sheet of leaves and we have punched those out already. So I'm going to I'll show you how easy it is. Here's one here. We just take it, push, push, done. No fussy cutting required. And I think today I'm going to use some flowers, but I don't want to cut those out just yet. And I want to use one of these faces for my focal point. Are they the same size? Yes, they are the same size. So I'm going to take this girl here and just pull that out from there. Kasha, can you pop the link to the Big Elements Art by Marlene book in the comments, please? Splendid. Right, so I'm going to use her as my focal point. And then in my little basket of tricks here, I've got some leaves. So what I'm thinking I'd like to do is a bit of a wreath around my page using leaves and flowers and bits and pieces. Before I do that, something about my page that is really, really important is that this image, she's going to sit here, but she's just going to be, she's a floating head. I don't want a floating head. My focal point needs to be grounded. So I can tuck her in the leaves and the flowers and go all the way around, which would look great. In fact, I think I will do that. But I feel the need to stamp or do some words in here as well. So if I aim for that to go there, my leaves can go, have I got enough leaves? Have I got something to make this work? This is an excellent idea in my head. Is it going to translate? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to grab all of these ones first and lay them all around. And then I'm going to need to fill in some gaps with some flowers, some bigger leaves can go in here. Don't know about the purple leaves. It's not my jam. Oh yeah, this is going to work. Okay, I've got enough. Here's another one. Green, 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 green. Is this a good idea? What do we think, guys? Give me a bit of feedback here. Am I losing the plot any more than normal? There's another one of those. The purple ones are just not my thing. I could pop a blue one in, that works. Here's another one of those. Here's another one of those. Yeah, that works, that works. And then I'm going to add some flowers on last, and I can fill in some gaps with some dots. Okay. Oh, hello, Naomi. Yeah, I'm winging it, babe. Absolutely winging it. Not unusual. Okay, so something like this, right? So she's going to sit in here. Then I'm going to find like a flower, and I'm going to go boom and boom, and I'm going to write some fantastic-y words in there. Easy-ish. Let's push all of those across. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to secure her first. So then I know that that's where my focal point image is going to go. So I'm going to use the Art by Marlene glue today. Going to go edge to edge. I could use gel medium, but this is going to do the job just fine. And I'm being aware of my center here. Boom, nailed it. So you can see now why I chose the colors for the background, because the colors in the background are a contrasting color to the leaves that are going to go on here. And there's pops of green in here, which is going to pick it all up. Pops of orange and red and pink in here, which is going to make it look good. And it's all going to work in together. So now I'm just going to add in some of my leaves around my edges, and I'm not going to go edge to edge to edge on all my leaves. I'm just going to glue. I can add more glue later. So I'm just wanting to secure and pop them into position. I feel like that one needs to go up there. And then I can tuck something in underneath if I need to. I've got a little bit of room here to pop a flower. Look at me overthinking it. Trust the process, Natalie. But these are really, really easy to pop out. And I think that is the big clincher for me. As you know, how much I love fussy cutting. Said no one ever. So I like to make sure that I can, you know, quick, simple. If I have to fussy cut something and it takes too long, I get bored and I'm over it. I've lost interest. You know how it goes. All right, I'm going to pop some of these guys in now. I think that one might go like that. Might go there. Little tuck. Little tuck. Little tuck. Little tuck. I'm not putting very much glue on because I know I can go back and add more later. I'm not fussed about that. I know I've got a gap there. But I've also got leaves here. I've got some flowers that I said I wanted to pop in. You are a nutter, Jackie Hay. There's no way fussy cutting can be fun. Okay, this is nice, but it disappears a little. So does that one. But I do like the black outlines, so we can go that up there. I might have to find some smaller flowers. Oh yeah, that works there. Boom. Boom. Let's commit. Come on, glue. Do your thing. Boom. Boom. Commit to it, Natalie. Okay, let's have a look. I've got some more flowers here. There's blue one, yellow one. There's lots and lots of flowers in this little book. And I'm heading towards flowers that have got a similar sort of shape. I think that that's an important thing to keep it all tied together. I'm not really wanting to go for too many flowers that have got rounded edges. I don't feel that they're going to work as well. So this page, for example, I can pick up this flower in the middle. I don't feel that, and I want a blue flower. I don't feel that these ones here are going to work. So let's have a look at this sheet. This one is going to work. None of those are going to work. Let's see what else I can find in here. Already done that page. So many cool things. So many cool things. Tempted to stick a colour wheel on it. I could even stick a bird in there. A bird could work. I'm just going to get this paint palette out of the way because we both know that, everyone knows, we both know, just the two of us watching, that I'm going to stick my arm in that. Zebras. I could also stick some feathers. The feathers would make a really good wreath as well. Oh, I do like that big love heart. That's really lovely. I do like the wings. The birds are very cute. How am I going for time? Hey, half an hour in. Look at me go. Nailing it. Some more flowers here. I'm going to grab some more of these. Oh, look at that. There's a whole page of flowers. Okay, so let's just start sticking on some of these flowers next. I needed a yellow flower because we've got a yellow flower in the image. I think that's a very important point. I needed an orange flower to sit on top to help break up some of these, some of that border. So I want to cut off some of that line there. I don't mind that that's sitting under there. That's fantastic. I need something here to cover up this stem. Blue flower up here. Little tuck in there. Gonna pop another blue one on. I'm gonna pop it there. Hello, Kasha.
Wow.
Oh, I know. Look at me go. I'm making things. There's that yellow flower.
She's a bit cute.
She's a bit cute. I need to come up with a fantastic, witty, clean phrase to put in there. What do you got for me?
Are you writing it?
Yes. I could stamp it, but you know, come back to me. Do you like that I had to specify I need something clean from her? How funny. I'm going to fill in a few little gaps here with some of these leaves. Oh, I haven't even stuck that one on. Susan says hello. Hi, Susan. She's a tag. All right, there we go. So you can see what we're heading towards doing here, and what will happen is off camera, I'm not going to do it on camera right this very minute because it's going to take a while, is I'm going to go through and stick on all of these little elements individually by adding in a little bit of extra glue under them, or even a little foam sticky dot. So then I've got something going on really quite nicely here. Now the other thing I want to do is I've got my trusty black pen. Now I could use a Stabilo at this point, but I'm going to just add in a little bit of definition on our girl to help her stand out from the background a little. So whether or not just adding some outlining on the leaves and on the flowers. She's already got some fantastic doodling on her head already. And I think that it would look silly if I was to add more, but what I want to do is I want to emphasize some of these marks and a little bit of her jawline just with a light pen touch. And that makes me happy. So I could also go in and add some black lines to my leaves to help them stand out a little bit more. I think that would definitely make a difference. I could add a variety of stamping to my background, but I think my background's kind of nice. And once I stick or come up with a word, a phrase, Susan Bellamy, can you come up with a lovely little phrase for me to handwrite in here? Let's make this an interactive class. Oh, Kasia came up with one. We'll do a vote. Do you suppose she's a wildflower? Just give me all the flowers. I'm a delicate flower. Sweary word, flower. If anyone has any other suggestions, not that I'm doubting the skills of my fabulous friend and staff member. What else can we come up with? Peace, love, joy for a quote. That's actually quite nice. I like the idea of something about flowers though. What can we come up with flowers, people? Something about being a delicate flower. I don't think I'm a delicate flower by any means. I'm your worst nightmare when it comes to flowers. But I definitely love the addition of this black pen mark. There's lots of black elements in this, so adding a nice little paint pen or a little black pen mark around here is going to make a huge difference to your project. Flower child. Oh, flower child works. But giving these leaves a little bit of an outline, a bit of definition before I then go back and stick them all down. And I love the idea of doing it with a really loose hand, doing it with doing it with intent is going to leave a different sort of mark. If I, stay wild, flower child, excellent. That's actually probably the winner. Good work, Linda. I like the loose hand. I like the scribbly sort of effect because it ties in with everything else. What I could have also done is before sticking all of this down, gone around here with my black pen, and that would also have worked. But can recommend the Art by Marlene die cut elements to do a quick, what am I talking here, like, 35 minutes, and I have painted a background, popped out some of these babies, laid them out beforehand after in a wreath, and then just giving it a little doodle. What'd you come up with, Kasia?
Nice ones.
Nice ones. A flower does not compete with other flowers. It just blooms. Blooming into my best self. Oh! Blooming into my best self. We have a winner. Be a flower, stay grounded and aim for the sky. Where life plants you, bloom with grace. Winner. All right. Now all I want to do is write in here, and I need to find the perfect black pen. So just chat amongst yourselves for a moment while I find 100 different black pens. Do I do bold or do I do delicate? Maybe I'll do delicate. So what I like to do when I do my handwriting. So handwriting is something that everybody hates doing. And that's okay. Each to their own. I don't mind my handwriting. I'm okay with adding my own personal touch. I think it's really important. So what I like to do is just write it just like I did then. And now I'm going to go back and give it a little bit of boldness, a little bit of personality, and give it a little bit of extra in the way of, making it more of a title. Making the words thicker, making my, giving it a little bit of a mark or a little bit of a grounding on the bases of each letters. I don't know what they're called. Blooming. How that worked. Into my blooming into my, go back in. So the pen that I'm using is a Uniball eye pen. We have them in our online store. You will find it in the pens and pencils and markers section. Across the top of our website is the categories, and you will easily find what you need there. It's a really nice pen to work with. I've been using these for a while and finally found them to be able to send them or wholesale them so that you can use them too. Whoa, that's a little fatter than I wanted. Story of my life. But let's commit. Blooming into my best. My B is questionable. My E is questionable. But let's commit. Let's make that a little bit more arty-farty. My S is just going to be fine. Oh, I hate that. And for whatever reason, I can't concentrate and talk and do this at the same time. So just, sing to yourself or whatever. That L's a bit bigger than I would have liked. Yeah, But practice, practice, practice. Get on the phone when you're talking to your girlfriends or your husband or your kids or your people or whoever, your bestie. And get a pen in your hand and doodle. Write a word. Write the name of the person that you're talking to and, turn it into something a little bit creative. That's how you practice. I was that person who wrote on everything at school. I doodled all the time. I wrote on the inside of my diary. I wrote on absolutely everything. I was that person. And now I'm just going to add a few little I could stamp in these areas and fill some little holes here, but I'm just going to do a little bit of that. So for those of you just tuning in, welcome, welcome. We have got some fantastic specials on nataliemay.com.au this weekend. Today we have 15% off stencils, paper rose, and some other stuff that I'm just having a brain fade and I cannot remember. So multitasking is not my strong point today. All right, so I'm just going to go in and fill a few little gaps here with some little doodly crosses, and then I'm done. I'm going to take some photographs for you and post it up on our Facebook page. We are also doing our fantastic postage special where you place your first order, pay $11.95 for postage, and then you will be able to add to your order over the weekend, because tomorrow's specials are going to be pretty damn great as well. And what you're going to want to do is add to the order that you placed yesterday or today. So when you receive your confirmation email, you will be able to go back in and use the combination code that we give you to combine all of your orders together. All right. We did have a couple of little hiccups with that this morning, but you know, technology is doing its thing. But there we go. All right. I'm done. I'm not going to fluff around with this anymore. I am, however, going to stick down these leaves off camera, and I'm pretty happy with that. So just to recap, I hope I didn't make that look too difficult. We used the brand new Dina Wakley Ledger Journal, which are available for pre-order on our website. You can jump on and find those at nataliemay.com.au across the top in pre-orders. And it is the most gorgeous journal, and it's a fantastic size as well. We've also used the paper elements by Art by Marlene and Studio Light to punch out these little elements in here and stick them straight down onto our page, which we coloured the background with acrylic paint, keeping the background super simple. So there you go, guys. So thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, and we will be back here on this Facebook page to do another live Facebook at 1:30. If you would like to learn all about Tombos and see the super talented Kasha in action, we would love for you to pop back here and tell your friends that this is what we're up to this weekend and share the love around. Thanks, guys. Chat soon.